situation may seem. You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta keep it moving. You gotta keep on pressing through your obstacles. It doesn't matter what your situation is. It doesn't matter what your obstacles may be. You gotta stretch your faith. Stretch your faith. You gotta keep on moving. It doesn't matter what your situation may seem. You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta keep on moving. You gotta keep on pressing through your obstacles. It doesn't matter what your situation is. It doesn't matter what your obstacles may be. You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta keep on moving. It doesn't matter what your situation may seem. You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta keep it.
I'm from outer space. I got Milky Way for blood, evolution in my veins. I'm gone, I've been far away. I'm illuminated now, make a move, start a waves. I've been dreaming about flying for a long time. I had a vision from the praise they wanna co-sign. Artificially intelligent way. I'm your future, past, and present. I'm a fine line. Yeah, I'm a vessel of this illusion. I am not really here, I'm an intrusion. I don't swim or sink, I just float. I don't
You gotta keep on pressing through your
And welcome. It's your girl, your co-host, Cynthia J, on the Cynthia J Show, host and accountable, not excluding the men. Just give me a second to go ahead and exit out this front page. As you see today, this is episode 36, season 2, episode 36, season 2. Give me a second while I block back my screen in for those who are up on here. How is everybody doing today? Welcome to your girl, your co-host, Cynthia J, on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. Holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. And much more. Cynthia J. I'm just up here trying to get my screen together, guys, so bear with your sister here. For those who are on Restream Live, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and share, and tune on in for some updates. How has everybody week been? Today is Thursday. If you know somebody that likes to chime on in, go ahead and hit that like button, share with them. They need to see what is going down. They need to see what is going down. Back and forth like this, guys. So bear with me for those who are on Stream Live. I'm trying to adjust it here. It keeps flipping back and forth. I don't know why it's doing that. But anyway, for those who are just chiming on in, as I'm getting this together, we're going to be coming up with some updated topics for today. So just bear with your sister here for a moment as I'm trying to correct this, because it keeps flipping on me. I have no clue why it is doing this. But anyway, for those who are just chiming in on the TikTok, thank y'all for chiming on in today. I just want to give a shout out for those who continue to support your girl, who continue to show some love. Let me get this out. Let me see if this works. I don't know why it's doing that, guys. Bear with your sister for a second. But yeah, for those who just chiming on in today, we're gonna be going into some deep topics today, talking about the few things that has happened in the past few days. But as we're getting into that, as I'm trying to correct this situation here, and again for my Restream Live viewers, let's give our love to and passing to Quincy Jones, who just passed away this week. Quincy Jones, for those who don't know, he was one of the amazing, authentic producers and musicians who helped Michael Jackson and many others out here that paved the way. So again, let's just give out some love to him and his family. You know, his passing, he was in his 90s. So grace really, really followed him where he was at. So again, let's give out that love and prayer to his family. Keep them lifted up in prayer and so many other things, because you know our legends are leaving. Our legends are leaving. And you know, when people start to leave this earth, all of a sudden all these new seance starts to come out. Like, I don't know if you guys came across it, but they were trying to have some saying that he had done some rueful things with Michael Jackson. That's what they're saying. But you know, when everybody starts to pass away, they continue to always turn around and start to talk bad about people when they're dead and gone. And then in some cases, it's already been said. So with that being said, guys, go ahead again and hit that like button, subscribe, and share. And I do apologize to my Restream Livers, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe. For those who are on my TikTok, if you get knocked off, definitely hit me up on my YouTube at Cynthia J22, at Cynthia J22. So definitely chime on into that when you can. But last but not least, again, I'm not going to get too deep into this, but for those who already know, I know everybody have been quiet and silent for the last few days since the election. I mean, all I've been hearing is just the air. People have been quiet. Some people have not been quiet. I know everybody's been talking about it, other podcasters and other medias, and you're probably like, look, I'm tired of hearing that. Can I listen to something that's inspiring and inspirational? I am here to encourage you, to let you know, hey, it is not the end of the world. As people would say, you're entitled to your own opinion. But always remember this, the truth is the truth, and a facade and a facade, and there's always a hidden agenda behind everything. Always remember there's a hidden agenda behind everything. So with that being said, make sure that you don't get caught up in the foolishness of the things that are being covered up and persuaded. Because again, I'm seeing people getting angry, argumentative with family members and stuff like that. And I'm like, is it really that serious? Like, seriously, is it really that serious? What should be serious is you focusing on what you're able to do now, what you're capable of doing now, and what you should be trying to do to be proactive in your community, as well as in where you work at and so forth. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. And let's make sure we're teaching our children and those who are unaware of how, you know, politics go. Because again, politics is nothing but a monopoly. At the same time, it's causing division among people. So with that being said, let's be mindful that we pay attention to the dynamics of the agendas of things that's going around us that's causing what it's causing. I shouldn't have to be arguing with people, debating with people over stuff like that. I can hear you, hear what you're saying. I'm never going to knock to listen to what you got to say. However, and that same goes vice versa. However, make sure you study. Make sure that you're aware. Make sure that you're paying attention. Make sure you're participating in your community, because it's your community that goes further up, not the person that's going to be sitting in the office seat higher up. It's your community. So always remember, What you do in your community makes a difference. They can't do nothing about that. So next time when y'all get out here and vote, don't be bashing people's heads. And I mean, I'm sorry, but the stuff that I was seeing was very, 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 very sad. Like, seriously, I was like, what in the world? Why is people acting like this? Why is all of this going on? But with that being said, again, I don't hate on nothing, but I do see the facades. I don't fall for it. I'm not going to get mad at my brothers. I've seen sisters out here dogging the brothers out because they didn't vote for Miss Kamala Harris. Look, I ain't even going to be all up into that. I don't be mad at them for that. They had their reasons. And I know what the reasons are. And others for Trump, hey, it is what it is. Heck, even if you vote for yourself, cool beans. But at the end of the day, it takes us to make a move. The people. We got to shut down the foolishness. Because if not, they're going to continue to put on the facade, continue to manipulate, continue to throw us, in the mud. Because look at what we're going through right now. The economy, everything is going up. We already know the foolery. We already aware of the foolery. So if you ain't aware of the foolery right now, I don't know what else to tell you. Because all that's going on around us, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So just make sure that you take the time to really learn what's going on around here. But with that being said, also I'm going to chime on this. This article blew me away. I got to read this to you guys. Like, seriously. So, some people might take this offensively, but I got to share this article with you. But on this article, it's talking about transgender tricks Christian school, plays victim, then sue. I'm telling y'all, for y'all that's seeing me on Restream, I'm going to read this to y'all. At first, you're going to be like, what in the world is going on? But I'm sharing things with y'all so y'all aware of what's going on around us and not being blindsided to, the foolishness. Like, seriously. All right, so I'm going to go back here and I'm going to read this article. So, again, transgender trick Christian school, plays victim, then sues. I mean, I was surprised about this article, guys. I got to read this. I know I'm moving a little slow today, but let me read this to you. So a man was pretending to be a woman at a Christian school. You should already know that you about to be exposed. I'm sorry. And this person has filed a lawsuit against Liberty University in Virginia. For those who know about Liberty, you see Liberty always advertising their brand across, the media as a Christian school. They face value all up in the Christian school. So, claiming that the Christian school violated his civil rights by firing him after he disclosed he was not a woman, as he had originally presented, but rather a man. The man, who goes by the name of Eleanor Zinsky, hopefully I pronounced that person's name correctly, waited until his 90-day employment probation period had ended and Liberty administrators had talked up his good performance before filing the suit. So this goes to show that Liberty University had already gave kudos. This person, exactly what had we walked into? This person showing good standards, but turn around and lied about their identity. Can you imagine how many people lying about their identity every day? Like, how many people lie about who they are, lie about their character, and then you wonder why people can't trust people. This is the reason. There's no loyalty, there's no honesty, none of that. So you turn around and you go ahead into a school. I'm going to tell you this. When you work in those type of places, and I've worked in nonprofit organizations where you go in and they're going to want to know a little bit about you. They're going to want to know about your background, what your beliefs are. They're going to want to know if you LGBTQ. They're going to want to know everything down to your criminal background check. They're going to want to know this because they need to know who they are dealing with. Point blank. And you can't blame them. So with that being said, they're going to want to know. So if you're starting off on a lie immediately, and at the same time you start off with a lie, and then you doing good, you like giving yourself all these, props on your work, for the later on turn around and change up after your 90-day grace period. You thought that you was going to be in there for 90 days and they weren't going to fire you. Who remembers the I believe it was a cake shop that it was a Christian faith based family who baked cakes and made wedding cakes and all kinds of things. And they got mad at the people because they declined them. So it's like when you, even though they didn't lie about, their background and anything like that, however, you going around and you're going to lie on this situation here, then this is what you're going to get, because you're automatically starting off in a place on a lie. All right. So then it goes, it says, he purposely tricked Liberty into hiring him. Now, this is coming from the knowing that Liberty would fire him so he could then cry for American Silver Liberty Union to come in and sue. It is just like, and this is what I was getting ready to say, it's the Christian cake baker case all over again. The Christian cake baker case all over again. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and share. I am your co-host, your birthing doula, your inspirational healer, your spiritual healer, and your herbalist, Cynthia J, on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding us men, excluding the men, not meaning me. I am a woman. I was talking a little too fast. But anyway, it also says, the one where the two lesbians in Colorado purposely requested Melissa Clean of Sweet Cakes. That's the name of the place, by Melissa. Fame baked them a cake for their same-sex union, knowing full well their request violated the well-known Christian beliefs, so they could then sue. Again, this goes to show, and I'm reading this from the article, so for those who are up on here, who's part of the LGBTQ, don't be at me. I mean, the truth is the truth. I'm just reading what this says. So it's beyond troublemaking. They said it's evil and the march. Liberty, one of the largest and best known Christian colleges in the world, requires employees to adhere to biblical principles as condition of continuing their employment. Isn't that what I just said? And as one of the principles would be employees agree to abide by. The school doesn't play that gender swapping, sex changing crap. This is what the article is saying. So you guys hear this from my mouth, and I'm just delivering it out to you guys. Y'all hear this, right? All right. So then they go on to say that this isn't a violation of the Civil Rights Acts of 1964. This is a Civil Rights Act specifically states that religious institutes, even including Liberty, are legally allowed to hire, but they also, or not hire, in line with their beliefs. So you can't, it's like us forcing each other's beliefs and opinions. You can speak what you say, but you can't force it. You can't force it. You know how that old saying goes, you can't make a horse. What? Come on. We got to think about that. So to play victim in a situation like this, it's not going to work. So I'm going to end it, but I'm going to go on this last part. I'm going to read a couple more lines, and then we're going to go to the next thing. Then it goes to say, as Liberty legally allowed this situation, the hiring and the not hiring and based off their beliefs, is also stated that Liberty as a doctoral statement that states a denial of birth sex by self-identification with a different gender is a sinful act prohibited by God. This is what they said. The Liberty Council, a legal nonprofit that takes up cases of religious freedom, has stepped in the defense of Liberty University. So this is going on back. They're already in court over this. At the same time, they're going to show that lies were being made. So that's another thing that's going to say they falsified. So that's going to help them win their case here. Then they say right here at the bottom, as the ACLU spokesman says, in an outrage accused of poor Eleanor deploying underhanded tactics. Yeah. Of all he, her, she's not waiting. He really wants, that whole pronoun thing that they got going on. That's a conversation for another day, that part. But again, Liberty states that all they wanted to do was, all this person wanted to do was be himself. Okay, well, be yourself. Go in there and be yourself. But they still don't have to hire you. They still do not have to break what they believe. That's just like vice versa. I mean, you cannot be mad with it's right is right and wrong is wrong. And faith wise, that's how they roll. So with that being said, you know, in that situation, it is what it is. So you can't get mad at them for speaking the truth, and then you want to falsify on something. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So, it's sad, but it is what it is. On the next thing here, this next article I'm about to share with you guys, there's another one that blew my mind on this one. And I was very shocked about this one here. But then I'm not shocked about this one. So check this article out as I pull it up to read it to y'all. This one is Ends Need to Die. This is the topic of the title. Ends Need to Die. A black family hit with racist threatening and graffiti. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, because I had never even heard of that place before. So this happened, and this was posted about a couple of days ago off of the Black Information Network. And in this situation here, the family where they live at was hit by racial threats in their community. And this had started for a while. These racial threats not only started in their community for a while, where they lived at is where it's almost like living in a movie. This couple. I don't know if you guys see the movie. I can't even think of the name of the movie right now. But it was a black couple that moved in a nice suburban area. And the one neighbor, who knows about the name of the movie? Somebody might know it. I can't remember if it was on Tubi or Netflix. But they come there. They're being greeted by their neighbors. And they end up finding out that the neighbor kind of was like a part of the homeowners association. And this neighbor was watching their every move. And his neighbor seemed to be nice, but undercover racist. And the wife and the husband had to really pay attention to their surroundings. Yeah, they had to really pay attention to surroundings. So with that being said, these people had to go and file. They tried to file for a restraining order, but they knew too much of the other people that were there. Like one of the small communities. I can't even think of the name of that movie. But that has been going on. That's been circulating around. And for those who are out there since the election, please be careful. Be on the rise and look out. People are angry, as y'all already know. Them, thank you. The movie name is Them. Thank you. I couldn't even think of it. You would have thought I would have remembered that, right? But it's been a minute. But there's other movies besides that one too. And it's sad because people are really out here doing some graphic things. Y'all already heard me mention in a couple of my podcasts of brothers who were hung out there in Mississippi, Alabama. And there was another one where the brother who was a trucker I mentioned last week, who went to go put tires on his truck, went to go purchase the tires, left a good tip. He leaves and he gets taken down by police officers, all because of a phone call from that company that left a tip to, and then he gets beat up by the officers and stuff. He's not even from the area. He's just driving on through. So that goes to show you the kind of world we live in, especially in the United States of America. So it doesn't matter who is in office. Racism still exists. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry for saying it neither. And these things are targeted. They are targeted. Well, people will be like, well, what about other ethnic groups? I'm not going to sit here and say they don't get it. I'm not going to sit here and say it don't happen to them. But what I am going to say is it's been happening to Black American people here for generations, for 500 years. So can't erase history. Truth is the truth. And it's still going on. So that goes to show you can't even live in a nice neighborhood thinking that you can kumbaya with your neighbor, and I call it the cheesecake look. They cheese chest caking in front of you with smiles, knocking at your door saying, hey, I'm bringing you over a butt cake or something, and then they turn around doing a total opposite that you would think that they wouldn't do. This is a conversation that I have sometimes with some of my clients that are not Black American, but yet they get it because they seen it for themselves. Some of them a little older, they seen so much that they was just shocked themselves. And then I'm not gonna say some of them. I've had some of them come out their mouth and say, "Hey, you know, I'm sorry if I ever done anything to the people, and I'm sorry if I ever called your people a bad name." I said I wasn't around at the time, but if they hearing you speaking in the atmosphere, their ancestors, it's up to them to forgive you. I'm just making sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's up to the ancestors to forgive you. But as long as you realize that, that's all that matters. That's what I tell them. And I still make sure I do my part. I don't put hate with hate, but I'm not going to let you tear me down. I'm not going to let you run game on me. I'm not going to let you stab me in my back. I'm not going to sit here and say that we don't got some brothers and sisters that's foolish and ignorant and others that are not. You look, we got some of them that just lost in the sauce, and some of them, they wide awakened. The times may have changed, but the situations have not. Times may have changed, yet the situation has not. And history is going to continue to repeat itself until we wake the heck up. So with that being said, let's keep that family in prayer wherever they're living at, because this is more cases of this is happening more, especially in the Midwest and in the South. I'm not going to sit here and say it hasn't happened here in Virginia. It has happened in a few places that I happen to never even heard of in the state of Virginia. And the stuff that I was reading, I was like, whoa. So with that being said, make sure y'all pay attention to that. Pay attention to your surroundings. Oh, I do remember. Let me take that back. It happened in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Not once, twice. It just came back to me. In Virginia Beach, Virginia, twice. And I know it was a lady. One was a single mom, and another was a couple in two different areas somewhere in Virginia Beach. Can't remember exactly where at in Virginia Beach. But if y'all can look that up, you'll definitely be able to find it. And this was about, I want to say about between 3 and 5 years. And yes, it really did happen. It did. And it was reported by police. They was harassing them. I remember the couple said that they were harassing them. One time, one of them shot a pellet or something, and the husband was going to the car to take the kids to school or something like that. So yeah, look that up. Look it up. Because I'm telling you, the stuff that I'm finding out, I'm like, whoa. You would think we live in different, you think things would get better. But people, they unstable. They unstable. Some people are unstable. So again, let's keep that family in prayer, because it's not easy living in an era where you're thinking, again, your neighbors supposed to be there for you. Y'all supposed to have y'all back like a neighborhood watch. People are unpredictable. So with that being said, let's leave that there. Keep them in prayer and keep it on going. Also, here's another one. I wanted to bring this across to you. And this one's going to blow y'all mind too. I actually had this encounter, but I just go ahead and block them. Black people across the country receiving slavery selection plantation tax. Yes, this has been going on. And for those who have not been catching it viral, I had one about a couple of days ago. I didn't pay no mind. It's just me. Because I already was aware of the foolishness that was getting ready to occur. I already felt it coming. Yes, the majority of people are getting these text messages, and the way that they are getting them, it's going to blow your mind. Some of it look like a spam text at first. So if y'all getting that, guys, make sure y'all block. But like they said, racist text messages are being sent, especially in Ohio is one of them that they mention here, Ohio. and around the nation, telling them they selected to be enslaved and assigned to pick cotton on a plantation. The widespread messages are being reported in multiple states, and screenshots are going viral on social media sites. The messages varies in detail but follow the same basic script. Students seem to be some of the target's recipients. And I am reading this again from Breaking News. For those who don't know, from Breaking News, it's coming from the Carrier Journal. So you can definitely type this in, Google search plantation group, racist text spams on Black Americans. And last, it says that some students have received these hateful text messages, especially at Ohio State University. And we know how Ohio is. As the spokesman Ben Johnson reported, we have reported the messages to the Office of the Institutional Equity and are offering support and service. We are aware that this is happening nationally. So for those who don't realize that, yes. And the type of text messages is stated, and I'm just reading what it says on here because I know you guys can't see it up there yet. But it says, congratulations, you have been selected to pick cotton at the nearest plantation. Please be prepared to leave your home. November 24th, 2024. You will be picked up at 8 a.m. sharp in our white van. Also, you will set with Group C. Have a nice day. Sincerely, a Trump supporter. So these kind of things are escalating out there. And they're foraging behind other people's names, identity. Then it could be, we never know what goes on out here. So with that being said, again, make sure that you guys are being careful, watching your surroundings. Make sure every time you step outside your house or job, school, make sure you even tell the kids this, those in middle school, high school, college, anywhere. Be mindful to watch your surroundings because people are doing some foolish things. Seriously, people are doing some foolish things. So with that being said, again, be careful. On other news here, another update. And this one, I don't know if everybody heard about this one yet. But y'all remember when we was talking about how McDonald's was having a lot of recall? Yes, McDonald's was having a lot of recall. This one is dealing, and y'all heard me say this last week and a week before. Well, actually, some of y'all heard me. Again, for those, I do apologize for last week. For those who was on my Restream Live, I was having some issues with my mic and live feed. So I definitely will be trying to upload last week's. I'm just waiting for some few things to get out of the way so that I can upload. Because when I tell you the devices of the enemy don't want you to move, they don't want you to move because you're letting people know what's going on. For those who just chiming in, welcome again. I'm your girl, your co-host, Cynthia J on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. I am your herbalist, your encourager, your birthing doula, your inspirational healer, and so much more. So thank you for chiming in. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share. If you'd like to follow me, you can also follow me on YouTube under @CynthiaJ22. But this article right here is a 15-year-old girl fighting kidney failure after eating McDonald's quarter pounder with cheese. Yes. Do you know some people actually live off of just eating nothing but McDonald's food? And as many know, we have seen so many videos besides just on social media like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snap, all those little places. This stuff actually has been live on TV and live news on YouTube. And people don't realize how much that there's no value. There's what they doing with fast food. Like, seriously. So this young lady here, and it's very, very sad. She ate a quarter pounder with cheese. She had just had one. This article was put out there about 7 days ago on Wavy News 10. Wavy News 10. So those who know about Wavy News 10, definitely get up on there and pay attention to that. I'm sorry, guys. The video, I don't know if y'all be able to hear it. Let me see if it'll play.
I had 8 UTIs in 1 year. This inspired
Trying to get
me
past
to
these
launch a
commercials so y'all can hear
I'm
it.
so grateful. Before I started taking Eucora, I was struggling.
Let me know if
with
y'all
my
guys can
urinary
hear
health.
it.
Everything changed. I am myself again.
It's a long
Eucora,
commercial.
We've helped over 500,000 people.
I'm better off
like
just
you.
reading the
We
article.
make UTI relief products. We also make proactive urinary tract health products. Take
my
control of
gosh.
your urinary health.
Do you know these commercials are so long? They
It's a
put
game
like
changer. Yeah, I'm a customer.
20
for life.
seconds,
Try today at
but it feels like it's
eucora.com.
forever.
Well, new tonight, we are hearing from a Colorado teenager airlifted to a local hospital. Her family says she's now in
know if y'all can hear
dialysis
that.
and has had repeated blood transfusions after eating quarter pounders at McDonald's.
Yeah, here she is. They say that she developed a dangerous, life-threatening complication from E. coli poisoning.
This is a central line, and it's for my dialysis and blood transfusions that I get almost every other day.
That's Camberlyn Bowler
Yes,
speaking to us tonight via Zoom from her hospital room at Children's Hospital, Colorado.
Because she went into acute kidney failure after going to the emergency
kidney
room
failure.
in Grand Junction.
The 15-year-old high school student from Grand Junction says she ate quarter-pounder hamburgers from McDonald's at least twice late last month and early this month.
A few days later, on the 11th, we went to the emergency room because she had texted me and said that she had bloody stool and urine and puking blood as well.
She was flown from the
Sad,
hospital in
guys.
Grand Junction to Children's
Let me
10
know if
days
y'all can
ago.
hear that.
I
on
could
TikTok.
still have kidney problems for the rest of my life.
Camberlyn, now one of 32 people who ate the McDonald's quarter pounder, now represented by attorney Ron Simon, who's
32
already filed
people?
2 lawsuits against the restaurant chain in light of the E. coli outbreak. He says
Wow,
Camberlyn has
32
among the
people.
most serious health problems he's seen.
Through these lawsuits, we'll be able to get information to help us figure out exactly.
So I had to pause this, guys. 32 people. 32 people had to file a lawsuit with McDonald's. This young lady, 15 years old, had a quarter. You couldn't hear it? Oh, you can hear it? Okay, great. I wanted to make sure you can hear it. To actually be able to eat 2 quarter pounders with cheese in the same month and then get sick. You know what's sad about this? That this young girl had to have blood transfusion. I mean, and it's affecting her kidneys, and she got to do dialysis. You don't know. I mean, it sounds like this girl going to be on this for the rest of her life. 15. It has you to wonder, how are they properly taking care of this meat? At one time, they tried to say it was the onions. I did come across an article. They tried to say it was the onions with this quarter pounder or the other burgers. But check this out. We don't even know if the quarter pounder meat is real cow meat. How many of you guys watched the video how they was processing the chicken nuggets with McDonald's? So if you see how they doing the chicken nuggets for McDonald's, what makes you think they're not doing that with the rest of the food? Yes, y'all probably like, okay, well, we already know about that. We already aware about that. We do see that no matter where we go or what we eat, the food is just dangerous. It seems like we can't run from it. Well, I will tell you this. If you take the time to really do what most people do, go to other places and go and look for the real meat. Like, how many of you go to the farming areas with an Amish at? Or to other farm areas that don't have no affiliation with all those hormones and the way they feed their animals? They living in their national resources. Come on. I mean, this is sad. 15-year-old girl. It's already 32 people who've already filed against McDonald's. How many of you on here eating McDonald's? You want to know in the last time I touched a McDonald's? When I realized that they started changing their French fries. I had been stopped eating their meats years ago. I would cheat on their French fries. Then I noticed, sometimes I would cheat on their nuggets a little bit. But then I noticed something was different about their nuggets. I cracked open a nugget and I was like, why I feel like a sponge? How many of you ever noticed that when you crack that nut open, it felt like a sponge? So with that being said, I had to sit back and realize, what the heck am I eating? You know how many parents I see feed their kids chicken nuggets? Do you know how many parents that I see feed their children nuggets? Too many. I have family members. They stop by every fast food place because their excuse is we don't have time to cook. Okay, but there are other things out there you can stop by to get. If you can sit there and spend your money every day on stopping at a fast food restaurant, that amount that you spend could get you a salad. And even then, you might have to be careful with certain salads. But I'd rather take my chance with a salad than some fast food. And the French fries, we ain't even gonna go on that. We're not even gonna stop on the French fries. But with that being said, on that, last but not least, on this one, make sure y'all be careful. They just did a recall on some cheese. For those who are unaware of it, your favorite cheeses, they say, they just did a recall. They found listeria found in cheese. They did a volunteer recall on soft Ripton cheeses. That was day before yesterday. Was it? Nope. It was not just day before yesterday. It was November 2nd, but the FDA published it November 4th. That's what it was. So this brand is sold in Aldi's, Le Bon, and other products. Anything from soft Ripton cheeses, they have eliminated it off their shelves. So with that being said, make sure you guys are being careful out here. If y'all don't know how to receive the updates on the emergency for the foods, definitely go online on the Google or whatever your icon browser is and make sure that y'all upload for emergency FDA food listings, however they put it out there, because sometimes they definitely are doing some, they're trying to depopulate the world with diseases. You know, you are absolutely right, beloved. You are so right. They really are. Matter of fact, I was looking at something a few days ago. It was a video, this guy, and I shared it with my husband. And he was rapping. And he was rapping about how they are trying to kill us through the food and everything. And the way he did it was so smooth, but it was the truth. They are trying to kill us. Who are they? Who do you think? The agents, and half of them are under the gov. Yes, half of them are part of the gov. Not only that, it's food. It's these electronics we on. It pours out so much radiation. I just saw a friend not long ago that I hadn't seen in decades had to have brain surgery for a tumor. And you saw that video too. See, a brain tumor. And I'm like, are you kidding me? It's been more people with brain tumors and cancers than I have ever seen before. People are passing away like left and right. Like, I mean, they passing away. They leaving this earth quickly. So please be aware. Be aware. And make sure, family, that you're there with some of your family members when they going in with these doctors. Because some of these doctors, they don't really know what they're doing. And some of them are part of the paper. They are part of the paper trail. Their whole agenda is to sit there and just make money off of you. That's their whole agenda. I know there was another video that was showing, and this guy, I'm gonna see if I could try to share it with y'all on my my page, but he was talking about how, you know, majority of people that they claim you brain dead, and y'all remember me mentioning this for some of y'all who do recall, you know, this is what happened with my brother, and this month makes a year of his passing. So definitely keep me in prayer, my mother in prayer, and my family still lifted in prayer, because this year it actually has hit me. Last year I didn't get to cry like I should have. I had anger in me, as y'all said before. But this doctor who was a neurologist, he said they claim brain dead, even though your body and your heart is still flowing and not dead. It's not necessarily mean that person is dead. They just doing that because they want y'all to take them off life support. Let the heart just die out, because your heart is your fire flame. For those who see the little picture of the Jesus with the little fire flame, y'all know what that is. For those who are awakened, you get me. I ain't trying to say too much, but for those who be ready to really know what it's about, we'll speak on it if that's a topic y'all want to talk on another day. However, that's what they do, and then they turn around. See? You think you slick. They turn around, see? They thought they were slick. They try to remove me. Yep, see? They went on TikTok and somebody just hit me live talking about what I'm talking about. They know I'm telling the truth. They just deny me access. Yep. It said you can go live and join a live as a guest starting from November 14th. Y'all funny. But anyway, it's all good because they know I'm telling the truth. They know the truth. But for those who have been joining on with me, y'all know the truth. Y'all know the deal. This is what they doing. And they don't want nobody to know the truth about what's really going on. So what they do is unalive you. And they don't like that. They don't like it one bit. They don't like it one bit. So what they want to do is take you off. Now they want to give me a warning. So I would say this to TikTok and every other social media. Y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all ain't hurting nobody. Y'all don't like the truth. But let me share something with y'all. The truth will always set us free. So no matter what you do or what you say, it will never stop what we got going on. It will never stop. So with that being said, I'm not going to hold us up on here too long. But I thank y'all for chiming on in with your girl, your co-host, Cynthia J, on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. Make sure y'all go ahead and check out my music on all my, social media app on my bio. You can find it on the Linktree with Cynthia J. Gospel or Cynthia J. You can also find me on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, any other social media platforms. But don't be ashamed and don't be shy to check your sister out. But I thank y'all for always supporting me, always being there. Thank you for being patient with all the foolishness that was going on with my little screen today on Restream. But with that being said, your girl's going to let y'all go tonight. It's been a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to be up on here, to enjoy you guys, to just, be able to keep it 100. Because they really do not want. And I mean, they don't. Like, seriously, they do not want nobody exposing the truth. They don't. They don't want nobody exposing the truth. That's why they put restrictions on everything. Because if they expose the truth, they can't control the people. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to control the people. You can't control the people because the people going to bring the truth. And the truth is going to set us free. Simple as that. The truth is going to set us free. Now, I'm going to let you guys enjoy your night. Stay blessed, stay loving, stay peaceful, and all that good stuff. And as you do, make sure y'all chime on in and check out all of your sister stuff. If y'all looking for sea moss or any other herbs, hit your sister up. I am here, your co-host, Cynthia J, on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. Peace and love.
situation may seem. You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta keep it moving. You gotta keep on pressing through your obstacles. It doesn't matter what your situation is. It doesn't matter what your obstacles may be. You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta keep on moving. It doesn't matter what your situation may seem. You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta keep it moving. You gotta keep on pressing through your obstacles. It doesn't matter what your situation is. It doesn't matter what your obstacles may be. You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta keep on moving. It doesn't matter what your situation may seem. You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta keep it moving. You gotta keep on pressing through your obstacles. It doesn't matter what your situation is. It doesn't matter what your obstacles may be. It doesn't matter what your situation is. It doesn't matter what your obstacles may be. Oh my, I'm feeling high. My money's gone. I'm all alone. Too much to say. The world keeps turning. Oh, what a day. What a day, what a day. Peace and blessings manifest with.
My story is funny.